Well, while everyone else is wrapping up and winding down for the holiday season, Digimon said, hold my beer. A couple of days ago, I reacted to Digimon Times, which is kind of our Digimon Direct style presentation. Thank you to everyone that tuned in and watched the VOD, and we actually got a decent amount of Digimon news. I don't think 2026 is going to slow down for Digimon at all. In fact, I think the hype's just begun. Happy holidays! What is up, holiday companions? My name is Karn EX and welcome back to another news video, and oh, it feels so good to be a Digimon fan right now. So yes, as I said in the intro, we had the Digimon Times stream last Saturday/Sunday, depending on your time zone. Go check out that VOD if you missed it for a look into everything that was shown there. It was only in Japanese, which is a little bit disappointing. I think because it was supposed to air immediately after the episode of Beatbreak that aired in Japan, and it takes a little bit of time for Digimon Beatbreak to get put on streaming and stuff. However, if you're looking for accessible Digimon Beatbreak in English and some spoilers, stay tuned for the second half of this video. Also, if you haven't already, and I know I've asked so much recently, but we are tantalizingly close. When this video goes out, we're going to be about 500 subscribers away. Please subscribe. This is how many people are watching but not subscribed. If only 500 of you hit that subscribe button, we could get to 100,000. And you know what? If you decide in February that you're sick of me, unsubscribe. That's okay. But I am convinced I can convince you to stay. Thank you so much. So first of all, exciting for us because we love to do these reaction streams. Digimon Con 2026 has been confirmed again, the 5th year in a row, for late March 2026, meaning we're only like 3 months away. Pretty cool. The key visual this year has Ageomon, Gekomon, Agumon, and Gemmon, which makes a ton of sense. Of course, Gekomon is leading the anime Digimon Beatbreak. We believe Digimon Beatbreak has 49 episodes, though it may go for more, meaning that Beatbreak is going to be taking us all the way through to at least September of 2026. That is kind of the main Digimon product for this year. Then you've got Agumon. He's the mascot. He's basically always going to be there. Gemmon on the side, if you're not familiar with Gemmon, go check out my Digimon Alysion coverage video, but Digimon Alysion is an upcoming TCG mobile game for the Digimon card game, which I firmly believe is releasing in the first half of 2026, and Gemmon is the kind of mascot alongside sort of Renamon for that game. Currently has an evolution line through to Red Draconic Digimon, but we believe is going to get evolutions matching all the colors of the Digimon TCG. And then there's Ageomon in the background representing Digimon Story Time Stranger and its DLC. While the game is out, we still have 2 more episodes of DLC to come out. And really cool, during Digimon Times, they did confirm that that next DLC wave, known in Japan as Fluttering Gakuran, or in English just Gakuran, is releasing in January 2026, and marketing has already begun. In the trailer, we see the hands of the Banchos uniting, Bancho Leomon seemingly squaring off against a potentially possessed, evil, or just incensed Bancho Golemon, another square up between Bancho Leomon and Bancho Stingmon, Bancho Lilymon, and Bancho Mamemon showed off. Then, a couple of days later, we did get the English version of the trailer. Parallelmon, of course, continues to cause issues, and I think this DLC is going to be Bancho Leomon uniting the other members of the Bancho group. The reason it's called Gakuran is the Gakuran is the kind of coat that the Banchos wear in school in the real world. So yes, the Digimon being added to this pack are Bancho Lilymon, Bancho Stingmon, Bancho Golemon, and Bancho Mamemon. There is, however, a 5th member of the roster. It is not a Bancho Digimon. If you want to find out what that is, I won't spoil it in this video just to kind of keep that surprise for people that haven't seen already. However, you can go check out my video discussing the roster leaked here. It's not a Bancho, it's a weird connection to the Bancho, but I'm curious to see how it manifests. We did also get a socials post on Bancho Stingmon, Digimon bearing the title of Bancho, encountered in the extra-dimensional space known as the Akashic Back Door. It prioritizes its pride above all else and is said to be the most arrogant of all Digimon. This DLC is also going to focus on Hiroko, which makes sense. She was a schoolgirl in the past, but it does look like we see modern day Hiroko, so I wonder if she's doing some research into Bancho Digimon or something. As far as the evolutions, if you're looking to prepare some Digimon in your party, because as soon as the DLC launches, you will be able to Digivolve after the update into the Bancho Digimon. I would personally prepare, of course, a dual Beamon for Bancho Stingmon. We saw this in Digimon Survive. A Lilymon for Bancho Lilymon. A Mamemon for Bancho Mamemon, although maybe Metal Mamemon might work too. And then for Bancho Golemon, in the base game, Golemon has 3 evolutions: Volcanomon, Mammothmon, and Meteormon. Currently, Volcanomon has much more evolutions than Meteormon, being able to Digivolve into Pile Volcamon, Gankumon, Apollomon, and Bancho Leomon. I thought Volcanomon was a shoo-in given the kind of volcanic theme and the more fieriness of Bancho Golemon, and it's of course a Golemon evolution, so that would make sense. However, I do now think that maybe Meteormon stands more of a chance because they don't want to double up Bancho Digimon for one evolution. However, it is Digimon. They've been known to do silly things like that before, so I would recommend having a Volcanomon and a Meteormon in your box just in case. Meteormon can only become Metal Etamon and Boltmon currently, so that adds a little bit more flavor to its evolutions, but you know, in before they make it Mammothmon. As for the the 5th, well, once you know what it is, it's pretty easy to work out what's going to evo into it. Digimon Story Time Stranger is also nominated in the Steam Awards 2025 for Best Game on Steam Deck. Voting's still open when this video goes out. I think it's open until January 3rd. It would be amazing if you went and voted for this game. It legitimately is a great Steam Deck game, runs really well, looks fantastic, and if you're looking for a portable way to play Time Stranger, until that Switch 2 version gets officially announced, the Steam Deck version is legitimately fantastic. So that's our Time Stranger news for right now. I think with this DLC launching in January, they've started promotion. The last promotion wave for episode 1 took about a month from the announcement, so I think currently, as they've already posted the Bancho Stingmon post, we are looking at about mid-January. Somewhere around January 12th is what I would stake my claim on. Could be a little earlier, could be a little later, which hopefully means that the final episode of this DLC will release in February. That would be amazing, though maybe March or April. My big hope then is that at Digimon Con in March, if we can get all of these DLCs out by Digimon Con, they might announce a season 2 of DLC, even if very early in development, because of the massive success of this game, selling 1 million copies in 2 months, DLC selling well, if not always reviewing well. I'm hoping they can do a season 2 that maybe improves on this first season. Alright, moving over into Digimon Beatbreak news. Well, it's been an incredible week for Digimon Beatbreak, and heads up, there is going to be spoilers in this section for Geckomon's evolution. But for right now though, Digimon Beatbreak has billboards in Times Square in New York. Huh? Yes, they're spending some of that budget, and Digimon Beatbreak is airing commercials showing it to be on Crunchyroll. And that's really cool, but a lot of us were thinking, well, you know, it's still just a Japanese sub only. How are they going to capitalize on this momentum? Oh, by officially announcing the English dub. Brand new English dub for Digimon Beatbreak is officially on its way, stay tuned. And they announced Risa May to be voicing Geckomon and Zeno Robinson to be voicing Tomoro. They're both fantastic. Zeno Robinson is a big name in the voice acting industry, will be great for promotion of this dub, and Risa May is not someone I'm familiar with, however, listening to her Geckomon,
I'm Risa May, and I'm the voice of Geckomon, you know?
It is pitch perfect. And we kind of thought that was that as far as the English dub was going to be for the holiday season. However, no, surprise. Crunchyroll dropped a trailer with more of a reveal of the English cast. Reina is Christina V, returning to Digimon again very recently from Digimon Story Time Stranger. Christymon is Lily Emile Lammers. Makoto is Brenna Larson. Kirotmon is Courtney Shaw. Kyo is Jalen Askins, and Murasamemon is Corey Yee. Not voice actors that I'm particularly familiar with besides Christina V, and of course Zeno as Tomoro, returning from Digimon Ghost Game as Gulus Gamamon and Regulusmon, and he was also Taichi in Adventure 2020. The other names though, I'm not super familiar with. I'm not a big up on my voice actors guy. However, everything in the trailer sounds super close to the Japanese versions and pretty damn faithful. So I really am looking forward to this dub, which starts airing on Crunchyroll on December 27th with the first 5 episodes. Holy moly. This is the first time in literal years there's a Digimon dub has been accessible, at least in America, we'll see where else it's accessible, before the anime has even finished airing. And of course we have instances like Hunters and Atmon where the dub just never happened. Then Adventure 2020 took ages, Ghost Game took ages, and now Beatbreak is happening while we're still in the early episodes with 5 episodes of the dub airing. My opinion is they're probably going to try and catch up. Maybe not 1-to-1, but we might see another little batch like this in the new year with another 5 episodes. And making it easier to catch up with the Japanese version is that episode 13 will not be airing this Sunday, but the show is taking a break with the next episode of a new arc starting on January 4th. I'll discuss that in a little bit, but this is insanity. Dub sounds great. It's going to be so accessible for people. I really hope we can try and get this on TV, but people clearly have faith in Digimon Beatbreak, in Toei and Bandai. This Digimon Renaissance we've been seeing is far from over, and I'm so excited. I've seen so many people in my comments asking for an English dub of Digimon Beatbreak. It's happening. It is coming this week, this Saturday. If you're watching this the day it goes out on the 23rd, in 4 days you can watch 5 episodes of dubbed Beatbreak. And Beatbreak in Japan, and I guess eventually in the dub as well, is entering into its new arc, the Tactics arc. So episode 12 saw Geckomon finally digivolve to Armalizamon. I don't know, man, I do fear for people's attention spans that 12 episodes having, let's remind you, 3 evolutions of the main cast, Wolvermon, Night Kirotmon, and Armalizamon, plus seeing Murasamemon de-digivolve to Kugamon, was not enough Digivolutions for you guys, but it's okay, that's fine. Alysion is a really interesting Digimon. Rather than focusing in, honestly, on the music example, which I thought we might see for Gekomon, it's instead a armadillo lizard with a sort of reactor core. Its special moves are Neutron Laser, Neutron Diffuser, Neutron Blade, and the Death Roll Press. And it's a reptile Digimon covered head to toe in tough scales. To maintain the hardness of its scales, the Digimon eats high-density minerals, and thus often resides around mineral deposits. It's interesting to me that it's all about minerals. I do wonder if Gekomon eating different stuff will give it different branching champions. Once it has extracted all the ore from one location, it roams around in search of a new mineral vein. The ore consumed by Alysion is broken down into particles within an internal disintegration furnace before being converted into energy via the vein-like particle accelerator that runs through its entire body. This energy is consumed in maintaining the hardness of its scales and to power its attacks. The charged neutrons generated by its internal particle accelerator are fired from its mouth with Neutron Laser, an attack that can pierce through virtually anything. At full output, this laser is strong enough to even cut through ultimate level Digimon. Additionally, its Neutron Diffuser ability fires scattered beams that can target a wide area, albeit with decreased power. In close combat, Alysion burns through enemies with its Neutron Blade attack, blade-shaped beams of charged neutrons emitted by extending the scales on its arms. Due to its diet of high-density ore, a full stomach makes Alysion's body extremely heavy. In this state, it can use the Death Roll Press ability to curl up and ram into enemies, unleashing its maximum destructive potential. So yeah, Gekomon loves to eat. Alysion's also probably going to want to eat too. Very interesting to see that power up its moves. Alysion must consume sufficient amounts of ore to use all of its attacks to their full effect. As a result, when at their mineral deposit feeding grounds, these Digimon are aggressive, whereas those wandering in search of mineral veins prefer to avoid unnecessary fights due to a lack of energy. So yeah, on January 4th, we're going to enter the tactics arc of Perfection versus Freedom. And of course, we see Tomoro, Kyo, Reina, and Makoto, with Gekomon, Murasamemon, Kirotmon, and Pristimon facing up against a new team of cleaners in something I wanted to see really explored for a while. Again, I mean, it technically was in Cross Wars and Hunters, but a very Chosen Child versus Chosen Child style season. And these new characters have a Monodramon, a Shakomon, a Ludomon, and a Gigasmon. Amazing to see Gigasmon as a partner here, and I'm really curious to see how it's going to evolve. Is it going to like slide evolve, very Spirit Evolution style, or is it going to get a conventional Digivolution line? I like that all of these are existing Digimon rather than a team of new Digimon. It feels very like Digimon Survive style, especially with Shakomon here, and I'm curious to see whether they'll get brand new evolutions or existing evolutions. It's also fun that Monodramon and Gekomon are being paired up and squaring off because both of them have beat-based attacks. Gekomon has its Smash Beat, and while the English dub version of the attack is Knuckle Beater, in Japan, and some versions of Digimon Media, in English, Monodramon's other attack is called Beat Knuckle. So we have Beat Knuckle versus Smash Beat, for a beat break season. Pretty cool. We also got character profiles of these new antagonists or rivals. The guy partnered with a Monodramon is Raito Soda, voiced by Toshiyuki Toyonaga. He's a member of Tactics Team 7, a naturally gifted genius that can do anything after seeing it just once. He loves board games and collecting bandanas and hates Nato, me too. His quote is, "Now watch how E-Pulse is really meant to be used." So Toshiyuki Toyonaga says, "I'm very happy to be participating in Digimon this time around. Joining the battle from the second Kur, it seems that Raito-kun is a child troubled by the struggles of being a young genius. I have a feeling he might become rivals with Tomoro-kun. On a personal note, Miyu Irino-kun was often a sort of rival of mine who I met frequently at auditions when we were young. Being able to co-star in a sort of rivalry, with Miyu-kun, it feels like fate. How will Raito-kun be involved in the main story? Everyone please look forward to finding out." Toshiyuki previously voiced Katsura Rei in Digimon Universe App Monsters, a quite different character to Raito, but you can see the similarities. Really looking forward to seeing him return to the Digimon franchise. Then we've got Hotaruku Kanuma, voiced by Sakura Kawaguchi, another member of Tactics Team 7, serious and hardworking and strongly career-orientated. She's 18. She loves okonomiyaki, cleaning, and dislikes large dogs, so I don't think she's going to get along well with Kugamon and Murasamemon. We'll eliminate anyone who gets in our way. Like I say, her voice actor is Sakura Kawaguchi, who actually already voiced young Tomoro and Fan Beamon, as well as some other miscellaneous tourists in Digimon Beatbreak, but also did a ton of voices in Digimon Ghost Game. She says, "I will be voicing Hotaruko. My name is Sakura Kawaguchi. It fills me with happiness to be involved with the Digimon series, which has so much history along with Hotaruko. I'm excited to see how the story will unfold from here and will give my all running alongside Hotaruko. Thank you very much." Then is Granite, voiced by Marina Ino, another member of Tactics Team 7, unfriendly with few emotional ups or downs, constantly seeking a place to die. Okay. This is a 13-year-old, so this is kind of matching up more with Makoto. Granite likes astronomical observation and gum and dislikes mice. Don't show them Chumon. It says, "What? Is that all?" Marina Inoue actually is the Japanese voice of Kanan Yuki in Digimon Story Time Stranger, and voiced Emma in Digimon Ghost Game. Thus Noticing they're bringing forward people from recent Digimon projects, which is really cool. And Marina says, I will be playing Granite, a member of an opposing organization called Tactics. Granite is a young boy who has lived through harsh circumstances and has not yet found hope to live. Therefore, he shows little emotion and simply carries out his missions faithfully. It will be interesting to see if interacting with Glowing Dawn brings about a change in him. I'm looking forward to future developments. Then we've got Sarafi Naito, voiced by Ryota Takeuchi. Involved since the founding of Tactics, dedicated to training cleaners. Clay's right-hand man. He likes weightlifting and dislikes incompetence, and if we were doing a live-action version, that's my boy Yoshi Sadaso right there. No unnecessary questions, go. Ryota Takeuchi has done a lot of voices, but for Digimon fans, the only Digimon role is Dark Lizamon from Digimon Ghost Game. I'm truly delighted to be able to appear once again in the Digimon series. Mr. Naito is exactly the type of person that fits the phrase demanding drill sergeant, and he'll be involved in the story along with the team he has trained. The recording sessions were filled with a unique passion to the cast of Tactics, and as we discussed delving into the characters and the continuation of the story, our bonds grew stronger with each episode. We hope you enjoy feeling the lives of 3 members of Team 7, along with the shining humanity and the conflicts that each of them carries. But then, after the Tactics team, we got profiles on what are known as the 5 stars, who are going to be a big threat for this season. My opinion is that eventually the Tactics cleaners are going to team up with the cast of Beatbreak to fight the 5 stars. So we have Kaito Kitsuna, voiced by Yuichi Nakamura, who we have seen in recent episodes. One of the 5 stars, the pinnacle of cleaners, the star of fire, Kaito the Blazing. Short-tempered and violent, he overpowers opponents with brute force. He likes game meat and dislikes chocolate. Gamamon would hate him. Isn't there anyone out there who can get me burning? He's voiced by Yuichi Nakamura, who voiced Deputymon in the Digimon Story Time Stranger Prelude anime short, and was Charismon in the Atmon anime, and Ryuji from Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Very cool. It says, I'm Nakamura, and I'll be playing the role of the 5-star Kaito. Among this unique group of 5, Kaito harbors especially complex emotions. It seems that he has a particular grudge with Kyo Sawashiro. I hope to express his inner thoughts with all I've got, so I'd be grateful if you look forward to his appearance. Then is Honoko Sakai, another of the 5 stars, the star of water, Honoka the Abyssal. Infatuated with Kaito, a Yandere-type Digimon user, oh my god. She likes Kaito-sama and extremely spicy food and dislikes all sweets. Kaito-sama, you're looking sharp as ever. This is voiced by Rie Kugamiya, who voiced Ukomon in the Japanese version of Digimon Adventure 02 The Beginning, as well as Digitamamon in Digimon Ghost Game, Fanbemon in Digimon Adventure, and Ikuto in Digimon Savers, aka Keenan. We know those Digimon Savers, Digimon Beatbreak connections run very deep. I am Rie Kugamiya, in charge of voicing Honoka. She seems like a cheerful and energetic character, but I wonder if that's the real her. There are still many things I don't understand, but I want to enjoy playing the role. Thank you very much. Then we got my new favorite, Rose Woodville, the star of Wood, Rose the Verdant, evangelist of beauty, harsh on anything and anyone that doesn't meet her standards. She's 30 years old, she likes fortune telling and art appreciation, and dislikes static electricity, and yes, I will be stanning. You should learn to have some dignity. Her voice actor is Ryoko Shiraishi, who is a bona fide Digimon veteran, voicing Akari, Chibikamemon, and Mervamon in Digimon Cross Wars, more characters in Young Hunters, the player in Redigitize, Sora and Apossumon in Adventure 2020, Yukiha in Survive, Apossumon again in Ghost Game, and Minervamon and Mervamon in Time Stranger. Absolute legend. Ryoko says I will be playing Rose, one of the 5 stars. I've had connections with various characters in the Digimon series before, but I'm very happy for this new encounter. Rose is an elegant and beautiful woman exuding mature confidence, but I also like that she sometimes uses harsh words depending on who she's talking to, despite her outward appearance. I'll do my best to portray her in an appealing way. Please keep an eye on the uniquely charismatic 5 stars and other new characters in Digimon Beatbreak and continue watching. Then we have Clay Arslin, voiced by Satoshi Mikami, who is the star of Earth, Clay the Surging, a globally successful entrepreneur, greedy and highly obsessive. He likes wristwatches and dislikes used clothing. He's 45 and says you still have some use. He is voiced by Satoshi Mikami, who has had no Digimon roles before, but was the Japanese voice of Higgs in Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. I'm Satoshi Mikami, the voice actor for Clay, one of the 5 stars. The 5 stars, 5 strong characters? They must be strong, no doubt. Clay has a dandy and composed vibe, but it seems like he has a loaded past. I'm looking forward to playing the role and seeing how he will be involved going forward. Everyone, please look forward to it. Then we got the one I'm most curious about, Genjo Kanada, the star of Gold, Genjo the Adamantine, constantly maintains an archaic smile, swears loyalty to Chairman One. I feel like while other characters might have a rivalry with Kyo, this is kind of the Kyo of this group. He's 20 years old, he loves hair oil and hates astringent persimmons, which is a fruit. We got to see a good show, don't you think? Oh, and his birthday is New Year's Eve. Nice. His voice actor is Hiroshi Kamiya. Genjo Kanada, whom I have the honor honor of voicing, is a member of the elite group called the 5 Stars who possess the strongest Digimon. I wonder what part he will play in the story. Please look forward to it. That aside, I'm truly happy to be able to participate in a new Digimon work. I hope the admiration and frontier spirit I once had will reach all of you. Because yes, he voiced Koji and the Light Spirits in Digimon Frontier. That's really cool to see him return. He was also Craniumon in Digimon Savers and, fun fact, returned as Strabimon in Digimon Adventure 2020, of course Strabimon being the depowered Light Spirit. And then we have Chairman Wong. Very, very minimal profile here. The chairman of World Union, the world's largest company, and as we can see, that's very clearly a Sapotama with a beat, isn't it? Digimon evolve, we must prepare for that threat. And Chairman Wong is played by Akio Otsuka, who was Piedmon in Digimon New Century and Digimon Survive, and he is the son of the famous Chikao Otsuka, who played Piedmon in Digimon Adventure, and indeed, the father and son duo had a great history of voicing complementary characters. Akio Otsuka played Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid, and Chikao Otsuka played Big Boss in MGS4, and they've both voiced Xehanort. Rest in peace to Chikao Otsuka. We also have 2 new songs for Digimon Beatbreak, a instrumental musical theme, Resonance, and the insert evolution song, Edge of Limit, being released, and indeed on January 4th, when the show enters into this new tactics arc, the ED will change too. And we did get a look at episode 13 called 5-Star Meeting. Again, that does air on January 4th, not this Sunday. Obviously, I can't show it here, but we are definitely heating up towards this very Tamer on Tamer-esque arc, which I'm excited for. But that's everything as far as major Digimon news goes. Now, if you want to see any of the little tidbits, I would recommend checking out my VOD. Thank you so much for watching. I am looking forward to a custom art video tomorrow, and I think this coming Sunday. And then, of course, my 2025 Every Digimon Explained video is coming out on New Year's Eve. Thank you to my Sovereign, ZDK14, Jeremy Babino, and Chaotic Prophet over on patreon.com/Karn EX, and my YouTube channel members here on YouTube. And I'll see you next time when we go digital. Bye-bye.